Following portion of Living Local DMV is sponsored by Ashburn Children's Dentistry. Welcome back. January brings a flood of wellness trends parents are hearing everywhere, from mewing to mouth taping to sleep trackers and posture resets. But which ones are worth your attention? Here to help parents make sense of the noise by explaining what actually matters beneath the trends are doctors and friends of the show, Crystal and Linda Dean-Duru. Doctors, so excited to have you back. Yes, how are you doing? I feel like I haven't seen you all year.
I know, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. It's been a whole year.
It's wild.
Oh my goodness. Well, now that we have that out of the way, it's January and parents are resetting routines.
They are.
We're getting everybody back into the swing of their routines after all of the holidays. So I mentioned some of it at the top. We've seen it all on TikTok. We've seen the mouth taping, you know, how to adjust for mouth breathing. All of the trends. I know. Look, I see Dr. Linda already rolling her eyes. So what should families really focus on first when it comes to getting their kids back into routine?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. But those trends, the mewing, the tracking, the aura rings, they're not that they're wrong. It's just that they're pointing to one thing, and that's how the nervous system is working. And so breathing, posture, where the tongue is sitting, and how a child or anyone is sleeping is all going to be signals to the brain and how it's developing. And so those kinds of things are tracking and they are important, but we need to get down to how do we calm the nervous system so we can have proper growth and development.
Very important, very important. And Dr. Linda, I know one thing you are very strict on is that we don't want to see too much mouth breathing. We want to see nasal breathing. So I still watch my daughter every night with Dr. Linda on my shoulder. I'm like, all right, you're good to go. You're good to go.
Good.
Why is nasal breathing so important?
Well, the breathing is how our brain knows that it's safe. And nasal breathing is the way where the air is already prepared. And that's how it is important as it is now telling our nervous system it is safe, it is calm, and it's okay. Because otherwise mouth breathing keeps it in a state of panic. And so that's why it's very important that they make sure that they're breathing through their nose. And sometimes people think they're breathing through their nose, but the mouth is even ever slightly open, or they're constantly yawning and things like that. So should be silent and calm. When they're breathing calmly, then the brain is all calm and their growth can be calm as well.
We want to keep calmness. And I know all my toddler parents out there, we want calm.
Yes.
And mewing. I didn't even know what this was, Dr. Crystal. I was like, meowing? Are kids meowing now?
Right.
What is mewing? Apparently it's trending on TikTok. What is that? And what's the truth behind it?
So mewing is not just about the jaw lines, about the cosmetics, because that's really what the trend is talking about. It actually talks about tongue posture and where the tongue is living. So if the tongue is living at the roof of the mouth, it's stabilizing the head and the neck. It is actually stabilizing the airway and actually calming the nervous system, calming the brain, and then allowing the teeth to grow in a good position. But when the tongue is laying low, the brain actually thinks is in a fight or flight state, and so it causes a bit of instability. So that's why it's extremely important that you have proper tongue posture, so that way you have a well-formed face, well-formed nervous system, and you're okay.
Dr. Crystal, while you were talking, I was fixing my actual posture and my tongue posture.
Yes.
I was just
both.
there.
Yes.
I feel better already.
Exactly.
I feel better already.
Exactly.
Dr. Linda, we talked about bedtimes, and I'm still working with my little one on bedtime. She wants to sleep with mommy and daddy. I'm like, girl, go back to your room. But what are the bedtime hours that parents should be watching, and fluctuations in bedtime? What do parents really need to be paying attention to?
Well, it's not so much the amount of time that they go to bed for. Of course, obviously we need to know that they need to get the proper amount of sleep. But what's more important is the quality of the sleep. And if the child is grinding their teeth, tossing and turning in bed, or they're wetting the bed, or they're waking up tired in the mornings, they're not getting restful sleep. And so it's very important for parents to make sure that the bed's not like a tornado in the mornings when the kids wake up, because if they're not getting restful sleep, then their brains are not powering down at night. And if they're not powering down at night, they're not growing properly. Their nervous system is not rested, and that shows up as focus issues. They can't pay attention in class, or they're cranky and things like that. So again, we keep going back to the nervous system, because again, if the brain doesn't feel safe, it doesn't feel calm, doesn't feel restored, great growth is always going to be affected.
And we don't want to affect the growth, not at all, not at all. Final question for you, Dr. Crystal. I know this surprises a lot of parents, but does chewing matter a lot? Because I'm hearing that it does.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So chewing is brain input, right? So if you're chewing, you're stimulating what's a really important nerve that deals with our breathing, our posture, and how our faces develop. It's called the trigeminal nerve. So it's stimulating that very important nerve. And so if we're having a lot of soft diets, foods from packets, our main foods or pastas and things like that, we're not getting the proper input to the brain for what the brain needs. And so that does cause a lot of delay. It causes malformation of the jaws, because that's what helps to grow the jaws. So yeah, chewing is extremely, extremely important.
And I learned that from the two of you as well, because little Grace now in her lunchbox today, apple, carrots, celery, all those things. And I had to tell Dad, the doctor said it's okay.
Exactly.
She can chew on hard things.
Chew on hard things, yes.
Well,
fibrous foods are really good, exactly.
I learned from the best. I learned from the best. Ladies, before you leave, please tell the audience how they can get in contact with you.
Well, you can always find us on our website, kidsmile.com, or follow us on social media at Ashburn Children's Dentistry, same as Instagram and Kidsmile, and Instagram and Facebook, or you just call us on the good old phone, 703-723-8440.
I love it. I love it. Well, I will see you ladies next month. I think we're going to have you on a fashion segment as well. So please come back anytime. Good to see you.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Well,
thank you.
The preceding portion of Living Local DMV is sponsored by Ashburn Children's Dentistry.